Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Pet Wellness Wednesday. My name is Will, and thanks so much for joining us on today, which is World Stray Animals Day. Um, you know, if you ever wonder if you are that crazy pet person, like me, who just absolutely loves and adores their animal, right? And if there's anybody else out there like you, just kind of go and look up how many days are allocated towards pets. World Pet something this day, World Pet something that day, World Dog, World Cat, World. It's insane. People love their pets just as much as you and I do. And so today we are celebrating World Stray Animal Day. And this carries a very kind of soft spot in my heart and Summer's, as well as, we have rescues. Bay is a rescue. She was a stray that was picked up off of the streets in Chula Vista. And so, that's that special place in our hearts that we know there are stray animals out there wandering the streets right now all over the world. And they need a little love and affection and support, just like all of us do at the end of the day. So please, we're here to celebrate that. We're here to recognize it and put awareness on it. And then today is the first actual day that the Pet Matrix is going to be giving away products. So today is the day, folks. Today we're going to be giving away our new product, which is Calm. Now, we've had a couple dogs who use the Calm already, and I can tell you that they're nothing but amazing results, tangible results within 30 to 45 minutes. Okay. And remember, what we're looking for is a calm dog that has cognitive function, that is aware, that is not sedated. We're not looking for sedation. We're looking for our dog to be everything they can be. And they only get that through a calm type of state. And so this product that Tanisha talked about last week is amazing. We're going to give it away. So we're going to give it away all day today. All right. So if you're catching this now, or if you're catching it in the replay, how you're going to enter to win is just go ahead and tag somebody that you know loves their dog and would love to try this product for free. What'll happen is once you tag them, we'll be going through tonight and tomorrow morning. So if you're watching the replay, you can tag that person in the replay as well. All right. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pick the winners. If that person is picked as the winner, then you also are the winner. So we'll be giving away a product to them and you at the same time. So if you know Summer and I and Tanisha, we love giving away product because we just want it into your hands and into your dog's life, because we know what is done for our animals. We've known what is done for many of the animals within the focus group that we ran, and we just want to see you get those amazing results as well. So tag a dog owner, whether they be a friend, a family member, a coworker, your neighbor, doesn't matter. Tag them, and we will be drawing a winner and be announcing that tomorrow within the Pet Matrix page. Now, we're really excited about this because this Saturday, okay, is going to be the first day that Pet Matrix is out. We are going to be at a booth at a dog expo in the city of Brea here in California. For any of you, and we know there's a lot of local people who follow us, if any of you are in the Brea area on Saturday between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., stop by our booth, come by and say hi. Be introduced to the big grand prize that we're going to be doing. We're going to be running an Instagram contest. Okay. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be you and your dog, and we're trying to help you unleash your superhero dog. So we're going to have rules and guidelines for that, and enter to win a 1-year supply of the superhero dog package for your dog. Okay, so we're going to be giving away a grand prize of a 1-year supply of all 3 of our products to unleash your own superhero dog. Now, It's not totally firmed up yet, but Summer is working in a collaborative effort with a raw food company that we use for Bay to also be a part of this grand prize giveaway for our Instagram contest. So we know for sure you're going to be entered to win a year supply from us, but we also believe it's going to be pretty substantial in what you're going to be able to receive in a raw food product from our good friends over at, I believe they're Raw Paws. Summer will go ahead and fill you guys in on that when she breaks in. So lots and lots of exciting stuff happening here at Pet Matrix. Of course, none of this is even attainable without all of your love and care and support for your dogs, as well as for myself, Summer, and Tanisha. We appreciate all of you tremendously, and you have our promise that we'll continue to be on the cutting edge of making sure that we are able to deliver to your dog the highest quality supplementation with no filler, all thriller, okay? No excipients, no other ingredients that you're not looking for, everything that your dog needs to unleash their superhero dog potential. So we're really, really excited about that. So don't forget to tag people within this. It's just going to be a natural progression. Come in, tag, and we'll be catching all those later in the day, and we'll announce the winner tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to our Director of Education, Tanisha, and she's going to go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about, what goes on when you have a rescue, when a stray is on the street, when they're, the ingredients and whatever they're getting, whether they're malnutrition, obviously mal-supplemented for sure, right? And so she's going to dive deep as she does for all of you. So let me go ahead and bring her on here. Hello, Tanisha.
Hello, happy Pet Wellness Wednesday and happy World Stray Animals Day. I was really excited to see that this was on our calendar. You guys, I want to let you know and reiterate how serious we are about this. We literally have the entire year essentially planned out with events and bringing it home to pet wellness education. So I'm very excited about that. With this topic today, World Stray Animals Day. Pocket is trying to jump on my computer right now, you guys. With World Stray Animals Day, before we go into things to look out for within pet products that can be purchased, let's bring it back home to the very basic concept of animals who are found as strays are most likely and have most likely undergone extreme amounts of stress within their nervous system. We've talked about this before in what stress does to the body and how it overactivates the nervous system, how we can feel constantly overstimulated, what that leads to feelings of anxiety, extreme fear. Anxiety and fear, as we talked about last week or maybe even the week before, are things that really impact animals, and they're at the highest rise within the statistics of animal challenges. So this reinstates why when we are, let's just say, adopting a stray, or we have an animal that needs that extra support and we're bringing them into our home, this really reinstates why we need to be able to support them as much as possible within their body by how we're choosing to nourish them, choosing quality food, choosing quality products for them, while we obviously nourish them with lots of love. So let's go into the top 10. These are actually the top 10 ingredients that are found in dog products, animal products that are not good for them. Okay, so as we're going down this list, I'm going to bullet point it, going to go straight in, but I want you to take notes as well, whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching the replay, because these are things that you have the ability to do, to go into your kitchen, check out what's going on, or maybe even look at things when you go to the store next. And I also want to be very clear, this is strictly education. Let's just say you find some of these foods that are in your home that have some of these things that we're going over today. Don't feel bad. Just become aware and make that change where you have the ability to do that. This is value sharing, not shaming. Okay. So let's go over some key ingredients to be aware of, and some might even make you question. All right. Meat products. Well, that seems like it would be something that's normal in animal food and dog food, right? Meat products. However, meat products that are added to food or treats or anything like that, let's just say there is chicken in there or duck in there or any type of beef in there. These are also a way to help fill up the product, and they're actually considered a filler. The challenge when you find things that are labeled within animal products is that if it's a filler, like a meat product, what it's actually is leftover carcass remains. So that can actually include ground up feet from chicken, ground up beaks, ground up skulls, basically remnants of an animal that's not used. So these are really things to be aware of. Do you want your dog to be eating these things? Probably not, especially if they're coming from sick animals from conventional farming, not regenerative farming practices. So this is really something important to be aware of. Okay. Then we have BHA and BHT. This might be something that you're familiar with. These are actually two really nasty preservatives, and even the Department of Health classifies them as something that is a known human carcinogen. So think about it for a second. If it's a carcinogen to humans, pretty sure it's going to be a carcinogen to your animal. If you don't know what a carcinogen is, it is essentially a toxic compound that contributes to cell destruction and abnormal cell growth. Pretty sure we don't want that. Okay, so BHA and BHT, crazily, these are also found in cereals, crackers, and granola bars in the human space. So be aware of that for yourself. Okay, then we have a long ingredient. Okay, sodium hexametaphosphate. It's a long, fancy word. Okay, we'll go ahead and put it in the comments later. This is actually termed as a Franken ingredient, and it's been known to actually create irritation within the skin, contributing to swollen kidneys and stunting positive growth. We don't want that. We don't want to add anything in here to anything to our animals that is going to create any type of irritation of anything. That completely defeats the purpose of wanting to support our animals and their wellness, right? Okay. Then we have food dyes. We have red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6. Those are just to name a few. And these are also known as human and animal carcinogens. So we don't necessarily need to be putting food dyes into our dog products or animal products, because guess what, you guys? Animals don't care what their food looks like. They pay attention to scent. They read their food by how it smells. Not like us humans who like things to look beautiful and pretty and plated and all these wonderful things. No, they don't care about that. They just care about quality scent and rich food that reaches their olfactory nerves and their senses. Okay. So then we have carrageenan. You're probably familiar with this too. This is basically something that creates a lot of thickness in product. It makes it gluey and sticky. But in animals, it's actually documented to contribute to intestinal inflammation. So I'm pretty sure we don't want to do that either, right? Because we've talked about so much how the gut and the brain communicate, how if there's irritation in the gut, that contributes to more inflammation in the body, that contributes to a compressed nervous system, and then all these things start happening. So we don't want to have these things in the body that are going to create a cascade of other issues. If we can correct the one thing, let's go ahead and do that. We don't have those issues, right? Okay, so then we're going to talk about something that actually Summer brought up last week, and it's found in cheese. It's found in a lot of products that are used for human and animals, and this is cellulose. So when you think of cellulose, cell, okay, must be good for you, right? Well, it's not so much. It is an additive. It makes things really gummy and stick together as well. It's made from a wood pulp, and it doesn't serve anything in the body that has anything to do with nutrition. It is non-nutritive. And again, it is just an additive to help present the food to make it look nice, and at the same time to fill up the product to make more of what's not really there nutritionally. Okay, hope that makes sense for you guys. And then this is another weird one. We have animal fat. Now you would think that healthy amounts of fat for our animals would be great. Not an overconsumption, but a healthy amount of fat. Well, unfortunately, animal fat that is used in pet products is coming from unidentified animals. So that kind of qualifies in the same category as meat products that I talked about in the very, very beginning. Well, if this animal fat is coming from unidentified animals, essentially that means it's literally coming from anywhere. There's no real source. So you're getting a blend of all different types of animal fats put in your animal's food product. So again, you want to think of the masses, right? Majority of these products, of these pieces of other animals that are being used, are most likely commercial. Commercial animals are not healthy animals. So we don't want to be ushering unhealthy animal products into our animals, because we want our animals to be very, very healthy. Okay. Last one here, we have vegetable oils. Oils, canola oil, vegetable oils. They're coming in all different forms. It's so crazy to see how much oil is added to animal products, because it literally is not necessary. It serves zero purpose, and it's actually worse than adding sugar to a product. This stands for humans too, but we're talking about animals right now. It's highly noted that any of the vegetable oils that are added to products, they diminish your brain's ability to function optimally. It absolutely contributes to not great heart health. So, any type of buildup that can happen in the body, inflammation of the vessels, vegetable oils completely have the ability to do that. And at the same time, they're very carcinogenic. Vegetable oils, guess what? When they're exposed to a certain amount of heat, because they're highly processed, it then becomes a rancid. Well, it pretty much already is, but it even more so rancidifies and oxidizes. And then that increases that carcinogenic load. Then that increases the amount of oxidative stress, which we talked about last week, that happens in the body. And then we go into a cell diminishing state, when the whole point is to support our animals so that they are in an optimized state, so that they are achieving wellness. Why feed our animals food to nourish them in the moment when we're creating a negative compounding reaction and effect later down the road by giving them not the best option? So this is education for all of you. If you're hearing these terms and compounds for the first time, soak it up. Don't judge yourself, but take this information and apply it to where you have the ability to do so, and make those micro changes day by day, week by week, as much as possible. And you will see a notable difference. And with these strays and these rescues, remember, just think for a second how much stress they're experiencing. And yes, we want to be able to support them and decompress that stress so that they're not operating in that trauma state. Okay. Thank you so much. And back to you, Will.
Thanks so much, Tanisha. She brings up some extremely, I'm not going to say valid, because obviously a lot of valid points, okay, within there, within all these ingredients, okay, these ingredients that perform no nutritional value, okay, there's no nutritional value. That is the definition of an excipient. Okay, if it doesn't supply nutritional value, okay, what is it there for? It's just filler. It's just binder. It's there for something, right? And most of the time, like Tanisha brought up, okay, those are red flags, right? Look on the back of whatever it is you're giving your dog and look at inactive ingredients. Listen, we've looked at them, okay? Literally, active ingredients could be 6 or 7, and inactive ingredients like 25 to 30 different inactive ingredients on very, very popular, okay, treats, supplements for your dogs. And, it just falls under the guidelines like what Tanisha's talking about. The regulatory body for pet supplements is really almost non-existent. Okay. It's not the FDA doesn't step in. Okay. There's governing bodies, but really they're just kind of watching out for big problems. All right. And all these little problems really add up to the big problems. And, you got to also understand that our dogs, they're a lot like us. They're mammals, right? So when they start feeling certain ways, these are types of things we could feel as well, right? So think about yourself. Think about when you're malnourished. Think about when you're dehydrated. Think about when you got a bad night's sleep, right? How it affects everything from your brain fog to your stomach, okay, anxiety, right? So when you're looking and you're grabbing a rescue and you're taking all these other things into consideration, right? You got to make sure that it's going to fit into your lifestyle so you can give them the best life, whether it's a small, medium, or large dog, short hair, long hair, the type of dog that it is, the breed, okay, everything that goes into it. You have to make sure that you start, okay, with a solid base of nutrition, right, for that rescue, for that stray, because in order for them to start having, okay, that relationship with you that you want, they have to have the cognitive function in order to be able to provide you with that. And that comes through nourishment, that comes through daily activity, that comes through getting out and going for a walk, and all those kinds of great things that we love to do with our dogs anyways. So it's really magnified when you're looking at a rescue. Okay. So really think about this. We're in different groups and listening to different people, and I just got this dog from the rescue and he's got so many problems. Well, yeah, start with nutrition. Start there. Okay, start with a healthy, balanced diet, okay, for that dog, and you will see a 180 very quick, right? Again, think about yourself. Also wanted to mention before I hand this over to Summer and Bay in the kitchen there is that the following weekend, we are going to be at a 2-day event in Encinitas down towards San Diego. So any of our friends out there would love to come by and say hi. We are going to be running that Instagram contest through then as well, so we can get as many people involved as possible to see all of those superhero dogs unleashed. So, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Summer, and she's going to talk to you about her experience with strays and rescues, and talk a little bit more about nourishment for those lovely animals.
Happy
Summer.
Wednesday. Say happy Wednesday, babe. Give me 5. Boom. So in honor of National Stray Day, which actually is on April 4th, we wanted to bring some awareness to you. About 7.5 years ago, we adopted Bay. And we get a lot of people who see Bay in person and go, oh, she's so beautiful and she's so well behaved and she listens and all of this great stuff. But this is definitely a project that's gone on over time. It's a relationship that we've built together, right? A relationship that started from the minute that we bonded when we locked eyes. And so it's important to know some things about strays. And so there's an estimated 3.3 million dogs who need a home. They aren't all strays. Many of them come from different situations, whether it be maybe someone got sick and unable to care for their dog. Something happened and they ended up in a shelter. But with strays, they're a little bit different of an animal. When we first brought Bay home, she used to chew rocks. She would find rocks outside and she'd bring them inside. So we started giving her ice. We gave her a swap for that. She had the craziest gas. So that's a food problem, right? Probably some excipients that weren't agreeing with her. And so it took some time for us to work through those food challenges. And even in the same way that over the course of time, as she's shown these chronic allergies and these different things that we've been dealing with, we've been learning more so that we can be a better advocate for her. And we can keep her healthier, alive longer, right? So with treats, this is one of the things, right? With all the stuff that you're buying on the market, we went to the local PetSmart and we picked up a bunch of supplements, right? Some for mobility, some for calm. And we're really looking at what's available to you on the shelves and what it is that you're buying. And there's tons of excipients in these things. I mean, the lists of other ingredients or non-active ingredients is pretty massive in some of these. Maybe I'll turn their labels around so you don't have to look at those. There's cellulose, there's oils, there's all of these things that aren't doing them good. So why do we have to give it to them? So we're really excited to be able to share those supplements with you, where we can make a change in the quality of what they're receiving. Hey girl, up, right? We can give them healthy treats like organic fruits and vegetables, single ingredient, dehydrated treats. And all this is part of the learning process, the behavior process with the dog. Spending a lot of time with them to know who they are, doing a little research before you adopt a certain breed of dog, because irregardless, they tend to have hereditary tendencies. Like if you are not a super active person, you probably don't want to get like a sheep herding dog because they have tons of energy, or like a German Shepherd because they want to run, right? So kind of do a little research before you adopt so you can see what kind of breed might be a good suit for you and your family. This will also help keep the dog around longer because that's often another reason why dogs end up in shelters is behavior problems. But it's not their behavior that's a problem. It's the parents' behavior that's a problem. They're the ones who need to teach their dog what is appropriate and not appropriate so you guys can live long, happy, healthy lives together. So also understand it's called 333. When you adopt any new dog, whether they're a puppy or more importantly, when they're a stray or maybe an older dog, they're going to go through this series of threes. The first 3 days, just really kind of acclimating, getting to know their surroundings. It's going to take at least that long for them to figure out that they're staying there and they're not leaving. In the next 3 weeks, that's when you're going to find them getting more comfortable with the situation, and you're going to be developing more of that relationship bond, setting boundaries, teaching, making sure they have basic behaviors and basic commands. I remember back in the day when we adopted Bay, I'll share the story briefly with you. We were actually on our way into a PetSmart. We were going to buy crickets for our dog, our boy's lizard. We have 4 boys. They had a lizard at the time. His name was Ricardo. And so we were going in just to buy crickets for Ricardo. And there was a rescue called New Beginnings for Animals. And they were right out front. And I went in with my eyes covered, like I cannot look. I'd love to take all the rescues home. And on our way out, I took a quick glance over to the right, and there was Bay. She was underneath someone's chair. And I just, she had these eyes. I locked eyes with her. She's got these same eyes as my big boy Kane that I had for 15 years. And I went over and said, I'm just going to touch her face. And I went and sat down. We looked in each other in the eye. We had a moment and we bonded forever. I started to cry. She came out and gave Will a big hug, and the rest is history. But it didn't come with it without its challenges. From the rock eating to she's terrified of certain things like wind and certain noises, and a lot of that comes her PTSD from being a stray. Who knows what she's experienced out in the world. So it's our responsibility to just be really aware and to manage that experience, and to also give them the best things that we can give them to help them stay happy and healthy with us. So using supplements when you first bring a dog home, making sure you're thinking about what's in their food, because that's also going to affect behaviors, as Tanisha mentioned. And then also using ingredients like or supplements like even our product Calm to give them, kind of let those anxieties release and relax. So Bay girl, you want to come up and say hi again? Say hi to everybody on Happy National Stray Day. Bay's here to show you that with a lot of love and some time and consideration, that even a stray dog can be your best friend. So I'm going to send it back to Dad.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this Wednesday. We try and keep them to right around a half an hour. So quick hitters every Wednesday going to be hearing from us. And we hope that this shines a light and brings awareness on many different things. And, I really want to build on something that Tanisha said. This is meant for sharing and not shaming. Okay, this is very important. And I love that she said that, because we do try and tell you, look, if you're feeding your dog kibble, okay, let's just make some better choices. All right. If you're, if you have one of these supplements that has all of these inactive ingredients, then we can make switches, we can make changes, right? But that's all we're looking to do. We're looking to help you along this journey so that everybody can be happier and healthier for a longer period of time. So in saying that, thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget to tag your friends. Okay. So, and then you can get that in the replay as well. And then we'll be announcing the winner tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Bye.